Jiraiya, our pervy sage, who proved his power when he fought Hanzo and that massive salamander Ibuse during the Second Great Ninja War. From that point on, Jiraiya's name spread absolutely everywhere across the ninja world. Powerful groups like the Uchiha clan and the Seven Ninja Swordsmen of the Mist didn't even want to go head-to-head with him. Even Kisame and Itachi, two absolute top-tier members of Akatsuki, admitted they could only fight Jiraiya to a draw, even if they teamed up together. That shows just how insanely strong Jiraiya really was. The secret behind his insane power was Sage Mode. He learned senjutsu from Mount Myoboku, letting him absorb natural energy and boost his speed, durability, and physical strength to completely superhuman levels. Now, Jiraiya never fully mastered Sage Mode. His appearance would get all frog-like with weird bumps and stretched out limbs, but he could actually maintain it for a crazy long time in battle by summoning Fukasaku and Shima, the two great toad sages, and fighting alongside them. The Hidden Leaf literally asked Jiraiya to become Hokage 3 times, and they would have asked a 4th if he were still alive. That's how much the village respected his power and leadership. Even Kakashi, one of the strongest ninja the Leafs ever produced, said it was basically ridiculous that Jiraiya could ever be taken down in a one-on-one fight. Even Nagato himself admitted he would have totally lost if Jiraiya had known about the 6 paths of pain ahead of time. That shows how insanely dangerous Jiraiya was when he had full intel. And even after he died, Kabuto still considered Jiraiya one of the ninja he most wanted to bring back for the war. Despite being absolutely Kage level, Jiraiya chose to wander the world instead of sitting on a throne. He spent his life traveling everywhere, gathering information, building his intelligence network, and writing novels. And during his wild journey, he also took on a bunch of students, passing down his knowledge to the next generation. Now, if you've made it this far, welcome to the amazing world of anime. This is the place for true fans like you, where we celebrate all the magic, action, and emotions anime brings to our lives. You've watched, you've felt the hype, you've been lost in these beautiful fantasy worlds, but, have you hit that subscribe button yet? Right now, almost 90% of you are watching without subscribing. Just imagine, if everyone hit sub, we could build one of the strongest anime communities out there. So, go ahead, click that subscribe button right now so you won't miss any new episodes, deep dive breakdowns, or awesome anime content coming your way. Thank you so much. Nagato. Nagato was Jiraiya's talented student and also the most dangerous enemy he ever had to face. Nagato came from the Uzumaki clan, rocking the legendary Rinnegan since he was a kid. Even though those eyes didn't originally belong to him, his Uzumaki bloodline let him use both Rinnegan at full power with 0 side effects. To put that in perspective, Obito struggled insanely hard just to use a single Sharingan, and he literally had to modify his body just to handle it. Under Jiraiya's training, Nagato showed off absolutely insane talent. Thanks to the Rinnegan, he mastered every jutsu Jiraiya threw at him, different fighting styles, all the basic chakra nature transformations, and even yang release. That level of mastery is super rare even for grown, elite shinobi, let alone a 10-year-old kid. Because of those eyes, Jiraiya honestly thought Nagato might be the child of prophecy, the one destined to change the entire ninja world. The Rinnegan gave Nagato the full power of the Sage of 6 Paths. He could use all 6 legendary abilities: the Diva Path to absolutely control gravity, the Animal Path to summon endless monsters, the Preta Path to absorb chakra forever, the Human Path to rip out souls, the Asura Path to turn his body into deadly weapons, and the Naraka Path to connect directly with the King of Hell. Nagato could swap between these powers instantly and seamlessly, making him almost impossible to counter. And the scariest part? The Outer Path. With it, Nagato could summon and control the Gedo statue, create those black chakra rods to dominate others, and even use Rinne Tensei to bring the dead back to life. That's power that completely transcends normal shinobi limits. His real strength shows in his track record. Until Naruto showed up, Nagato had literally never lost a fight. Kabuto himself ranked Nagato as one of the strongest shinobi ever brought back by Edo Tensei. Konan. Konan was one of the OG founders of the Akatsuki, alongside Yahiko and Nagato. From childhood, Konan had a natural gift for origami, but instead of keeping it as some cute hobby, she leveled it up into the dance of the Shikigami, a totally unique fighting style. With it, she could transform her entire body and clothes into countless sheets of paper, all under her perfect control, able to change shape, color, and movement however she wanted. Back when she was still training under Jiraiya, her paper was super vulnerable to fire and water. But as an adult, Konan could harden her paper with chakra, turning it into spears, shuriken, and chakram-style weapons. She could wrap up enemies completely, suffocate them if she wanted, and even create paper clones stacked with hidden explosive tags. Even Jiraiya's fire release. Flame Bullet barely scratched her. Konan could actually overwhelm fire with her paper techniques. Her paper didn't seem affected by water either, which earned praise from her master. Her true peak was the legendary Paper Ocean against Obito. Konan set up a flawless trap, disguising her paper as the waters of a Megakure, then opening it into a massive abyss filled with 600 billion explosive tags, detonating non-stop for 10 whole minutes. Sadly, what ruined her was the forbidden Uchiha hacks, Izanagi, something she didn't know about. Otherwise, she had him completely dead to rights. Yahiko. Yahiko was also Jiraiya's student, trained alongside Konan and Nagato, but sadly he died way earlier than both of them. He was the natural leader of the trio. He was also actually the original leader of the Akatsuki, and every single member respected him. In terms of raw fighting power, Yahiko wasn't on Nagato's level, and we only ever saw Yahiko's strength as potential. Hanzo set up a dirty trap that forced Yahiko to sacrifice himself to save his two best friends. That moment shattered their dream of peace completely. Even after his death, Yahiko led Akatsuki in a twisted way. Nagato used Yahiko's corpse as the Diva Path, the main body of the 6 paths of pain. It showed how both Nagato and Konan still saw Yahiko as the heart of the group, even when he was gone. And Diva Path was terrifying. With its godlike gravity powers, it carried out massive destruction. It was Yahiko's body that killed Hanzo, the man who caused his death in the first place. It was Yahiko's body that destroyed the Hidden Leaf Village, and even helped kill their own teacher Jiraiya, the one who had taught them about peace in the first place. In every battle, Devapath was treated as the top priority, the main face of pain, and the one who delivered Nagato's words. Minato Namikaze. Minato rolled into the Konoha Academy with one simple dream: become Hokage and earn that respect from the villagers. When he got assigned under Jiraiya, the dude instantly spotted Minato's insane potential and took him on as his personal apprentice. Jiraiya even believed Minato might be the child of the prophecy, the one who'd literally saved the world. Speed and mobility, that was Minato's whole brand. His Flying Thunder God technique, inherited from the second Hokage, hit absolute perfection in his hands. Even the original creator admitted Minato's skills with it were superior to his own. The dude could instantly teleport to any location marked with his seal, giving him tactical advantages that were basically impossible to counter. Enemy shinobi literally had flee on-sight orders when they saw him pull up. That's a recognition level almost nobody ever reaches. The Rasengan story just shows how crazy innovative Minato was. It's the ultimate shape transformation move, no hand seals needed, making it a perfect fit for his high-speed fighting style. His combat feats are legendary. In the Third Shinobi World War, Minato single-handedly wiped out like 1,000 Iwanin, forcing Onoki himself to swallow his pride and sign a peace treaty. Jiraiya taught Minato a ton, summoning toads, barrier ninjutsu, sealing jutsu, and other high-level skills. But Minato's natural talent and absolute dedication made all of that even stronger. We just didn't get to see everything on screen. And yeah, maybe he wasn't the child of the prophecy, but honestly, you could easily call him Jiraiya's most perfect student. Naruto. Here we go. The son of Minato and the final student of Jiraiya. After his dad's death, Naruto became the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, Kurama. The whole village basically hated on him, scared of the monster inside. But instead of turning bitter, Naruto grew into this loud, stubborn, super energetic kid. And that's when he met his dad's old teacher. Jiraiya handed down the core skills that built Naruto's entire power set. First was the Rasengan, the most important technique, basically a legacy move Minato left behind for his son. Jiraiya also taught him to summon the toads from Mount Myoboku. That opened up a whole new world for Naruto, connecting him to natural energy that only truly special shinobi could tap into. But Naruto didn't just stop at copying what Jiraiya taught. He evolved the Rasengan into the Rasen Shuriken, mixing in wind release chakra to create a weapon so destructive it shredded things at the cellular level. On top of that, he mastered balancing natural energy perfectly, surpassing even his master in Sage Mode. Still, Naruto's real strength was carrying out Jiraiya's ideals. The fight against pain proves it all. He pulled off the one thing Jiraiya couldn't. He talked Nagato down and brought him back to the right path. When Naruto finally became the 7th Hokage, he fulfilled the prophecy Jiraiya believed in. He not only united all the ninja villages, but also created a whole new era of peace that had never existed before. Naruto is absolutely the most living, breathing, legendary legacy of Jiraiya. No doubt about it. Orochimaru. Orochimaru is a natural-born genius, like crazy gifted. Even Hashirama Senju, the first Hokage himself, praised him. That means from day one, Orochimaru was absolutely on another level compared to his peers. He was even once considered a legit candidate to be the 4th Hokage. His power comes from this ridiculously deep knowledge of ninjutsu, like wider than any shinobi in history. His snake summoning is honestly one of his flashiest trademarks. He can call Manda, the most powerful giant snake, or just casually spit out endless snakes from his sleeves and even his mouth. And these snakes can literally spit blades out of their mouths to deal extra damage. But his absolute peak move? The 8 branches technique. This jutsu transforms him into a massive 8-headed, 8-tailed serpent, like on the same insane scale as Manda himself. That's monstrous. Then you've got Impure World Reincarnation, the jutsu that shows just how ridiculously smart Orochimaru really is. He took Tobirama Senju's forbidden technique and actually improved it, making it possible to bring the dead back with almost all of their original power. That's some god-tier scientist-type stuff. And let's not forget the cursed seals, Orochimaru's insanely creative way of messing with senjutsu. His body wasn't strong enough for full Sage Mode, so he found another way to tap into that Sage chakra. These seals not only boost the power of whoever has them, but they also act like an extension of his own awareness, letting him keep tabs on anyone he's marked. More importantly, they work as anchors for his consciousness, meaning he can revive himself again and again. Basically, infinite respawns. At the end of the day, this dude is absolutely the greatest scholar in the entire series. Anko. She's the student, and the only kunoichi who actually survived Orochimaru's brutal experiments. Orochimaru passed down a bunch of his signature techniques to her, especially the hidden shadow snake hands and even stronger variations of it. Then he hit her with the cursed seal of heaven. Out of 10 test subjects, only Anko survived. The cursed seal left a mark on her. Later on, though, the seal got erased when Sasuke revived Orochimaru, using her as a medium. Her immunity to poisons, something Orochimaru originally gave her to control her, ironically became one of her biggest assets later in her career. Add in her skills with fire release and yin release, and you can see she totally expanded her arsenal beyond what she was originally taught. Her tracking skills were so good, she got assigned to hunt down Kabuto Yakushi, an extremely important and insanely dangerous mission. Thanks to the techniques she learned under Orochimaru, she became a ridiculously skilled scout, able to hold her breath and stay hidden for absurdly long periods of time. Kabuto. He's the student who actually surpassed Orochimaru and became the single most important player in the 4th Shinobi World War. Kabuto's mastery of medical ninjutsu is absolutely insane. He can perform the mystical palm technique from a distance, invented yin healing wound destruction just to keep test subjects alive longer, and uses chakra scalpels like legit weapons. His ability to sever someone's chakra pathway system is wild. It can even stop a Jinchuriki from accessing their tailed beast's chakra. But the real turning point was his transformation after infusing himself with Orochimaru's remains and unlocking Sage Mode. From that moment, he stopped being just a support-type shinobi. He gained the power of the White Snake and developed a completely new chakra signature with massive reserves. Kabuto's body modifications show off his genius-level knowledge of human anatomy. He replicated Suigetsu's hydrification to slip out of danger, copied Karen's Uzumaki regeneration to heal like crazy, and absorbed Jugo's Kekkei Genkai so he could passively gather natural energy. That combo gave him indefinite Sage Mode usage, an advantage that not even perfect sages like Naruto had. Then comes his impure world reincarnation mastery. Kabuto claimed he perfected the jutsu, able to reincarnate dozens of people at once with their full power, something even Tobirama, the original creator, could never do. And just look at what he did with Madara's reincarnated body. He restored Madara's youth and even granted him the Rinnegan Plus Wood release. That level of control is absolutely terrifying. Sasuke. Sasuke represents one of the most complex twists in any teacher-student relationship. He's the student who used Orochimaru as a stepping stone to gain power, then completely rejected his master's philosophy once he didn't need it anymore. After witnessing the Uchiha clan massacre by Itachi, Sasuke got totally consumed by his desire for vengeance, and when he started feeling left behind by Naruto and frustrated with his slow progress in Konoha, he chose the darker path. The Cursed Seal of Heaven was Sasuke's first major power boost from Orochimaru. This seal dramatically boosted his chakra reserves, physical strength, speed, and healing ability. At level 2, Sasuke could grow wing-like membranes to fly and glide, regenerate limbs using snakes, and enhance his defenses. He handled the Curse Seal with way more finesse than Orochimaru's other victims. The snake-based ninjutsu Sasuke picked up shows Orochimaru's heavy influence. Moves like the Hidden Shadow Snake Hands and the Binding Snake Glare spell became part of his arsenal. But the cool part is that he adapted those techniques to complement the Uchiha fighting style, instead of fully becoming a clone of his master. Kenjutsu training with the Kusanagi sword turned Sasuke into a deadly close combat monster. He literally wiped out 1,000 people under Orochimaru's training. Sasuke's evolution went way beyond Orochimaru's expectations. Chidori variants like Chidori Nagashi and Chidori Senbon showed just how insanely creative he could be with lightning release. And then you've got Kirin, his masterpiece, a technique that uses natural lightning, guided by fire release, to drop a completely devastating strike. That's innovation he pulled off totally on his own. But once Sasuke felt he had learned everything Orochimaru had to offer, he literally killed his own teacher. Tsunade. Yeah, people literally recognized Tsunade as the strongest kunoichi of her era and the greatest medical nin in shinobi history. Her life force and physical energy were absolutely insane. She could fight at peak performance for half a day straight without tiring. Even when taking fatal blows, like literally being split in half, she could stay conscious and keep going. That's god-tier endurance only her special bloodline could pull off. Her taijutsu was basically max efficiency. Don't be fooled by her slim appearance. She had inhuman strength, splitting the ground with just a finger tap, or casually lifting and throwing Gamabunta's giant sword with deadly accuracy. Thanks to her expert chakra control, she could focus all her power into a single strike, maximizing the damage to the point she even broke through the so-called absolute defense of Susanoo with one clean hit. The strength of 100 seal is the ultimate example of her patience and long-term planning. She stored chakra into this seal for years, and when she released it, she accessed chakra 100 times her normal amount. Orochimaru himself described it as a form of immortality he envied. Once activated, this technique let her heal any wound instantly, automatically, without even using hand signs. Her medical knowledge went way beyond basic healing. Tsunade could diagnose problems just by looking and treat conditions everyone else thought were impossible. She healed psychological trauma from Tsukuyomi, repaired Rock Lee's shattered spine, and neutralized the effects of the three-colored pills. On top of that, during the Second Shinobi War, she created antidotes for Chiyo's deadly poisons, cementing her rep as an absolute medical genius. Her summoning, Katsuyu, could split into pieces for communication, transport, shielding allies, and even remote healing. By linking with Katsuyu, Tsunade could monitor and heal multiple people across the battlefield at once, basically multiplying her power on a tactical scale. She also built the entire modern medical nin system, setting standards and protocols the whole shinobi world followed. When she became the 5th Hokage after Hiruzen's death, It was unanimous recognition of both her political and military strength. Shizune. Shizune was the niece of Dan Kato, Tsunade's lover. After Dan died and Tsunade dipped from Konoha out of grief, Shizune made the choice to follow her as both apprentice and right hand. Her poison specialization really showed off her tactical intelligence. She could literally breathe out poisonous gas that was fatal with just a single whiff. Her senbon and kunai coated with poison could debilitate or paralyze someone off just a tiny scratch. On top of that, she had a wrist-mounted launcher to rapid-fire senbon and could even shoot them from her mouth, showing crazy versatility in how she delivered her attacks. Shizune's refined chakra control let her do super complex procedures like regenerating injured tissue with brand new cells, where even the smallest mistake could be instantly fatal. She also led advanced techniques like the healing resuscitation regeneration technique, showing she had the calm leadership skills to handle insane high-pressure situations. Her consistency was no joke. After Tsunade stepped down, Shizune kept assisting both the 6th and 7th Hokage, proving her expertise was recognized across different eras of leadership. That's proof of her reliability and absolute competence. Shizune's legacy is all about consistent excellence. She held it down in a support role, kept critical medical knowledge alive, and set the standards for future medical Enin. Sakura. Sakura's whole story is one of the most inspiring glow-ups in Naruto. She didn't have a crazy clan bloodline, no tailed beast inside her, nothing OP from birth. She started off as just a totally normal civilian girl. That's exactly why her journey feels like the ultimate underdog story. Her natural genius and chakra control was the secret weapon. She mastered tree walking before Naruto and Sasuke, even though those two had way bigger chakra pools. Her insane precision also made her way less vulnerable to genjutsu, which gave her tactical advantages in battle. After 3 years of non-stop grind, Sakura finished the 100 seal, a feat that showed pure patience and insane dedication. When she popped that seal, she could heal herself automatically and non-stop while fighting. No breaks, no downtime. Plus, she could even transfer chakra to allies mid-fight, making her a clutch support too. Her medical ninjutsu got praise from absolute legends. Tsunade, Naruto, Kakashi all gave her props. Even Sasori, a master of poison, acknowledged her skills. And when Hashirama, the god of shinobi himself, suggested Sakura might be stronger than Tsunade, that's unreal recognition. She even cooked up an antidote for Sasori's unique impossible-to-counter poison, proving she wasn't just strong, but also insanely innovative. During the 4th Great Ninja War, Sakura showed off by summoning Katsuyu. Shizune was blown away when Sakura had the slug split up, attached to tons of allies, and heal them remotely. Managing all those healing connections at once takes god-tier multitasking and chakra control. After the war, Sakura became head of Konoha's medical department, official recognition of her expertise and leadership. She literally went from the weak link of Team 7 to running the entire medical division. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.